let's just say I found a lot in this movie that resonated with me. I lived in Los Angeles, Koreatown for about a year and a half of my life. I've been to the Korean spas several times. I've spent large portions of my life hating myself. Hi, I'm Sammy Murrian, and this is a movie review from Rehab. Anyone who is not new to my channel will know at least some of my story. I am a recovering crystal meth addict. An essential part of a successful recovery and putting yourself back together is getting a grasp over shame. For those of you who haven't thought about shame or guilt in a long time, or those of you who may just need a reminder, there's a big difference between guilt and shame. Guilt is focused on behavior. Shame is focused on who you are. To feel guilt is to feel bad about something that you did. To feel shame is to feel bad about who you are. A little bit of guilt never hurt nobody. A little bit of guilt can actually do a lot of good. It can make you just want to do better next time. Shame is evil, and it's never done anyone any good, and in fact, it's destroyed so many lives. It's come close to destroying my life. I've struggled with shame. I still struggle with shame all my life, and it was a huge factor in my drug use that nearly killed me. Korean-American director Andrew On's debut feature, Spa Night, is a film about shame and about identity. Jo Seo, I hope I'm saying that right, plays David, a Korean-American boy who is 17 years old and living with his parents in Koreatown, Los Angeles. David is struggling with his identity and with shame for all kinds of reasons. His parents are very troubled, and they are sort of being shut out of the American dream as this film opens. They've lost all their money. David is also not a great student, and he thinks that college may just not be for him. David also clearly struggles with his identity as a Korean American. Also, David is gay in a traditional family where that's just not okay and not allowed. In this film, David secretly takes up a job as a cleaner at a Korean spa in Los Angeles. Let me tell you a little bit about Korean spas, for those of you who are unfamiliar. The Korean spa is kind of the center of family life, social life. In Koreatown, Los Angeles, there are several of these. I mean, I know of probably about a dozen of these places, and I'm sure there are more. There is also another side of Korean spas that cannot go unnoticed and not be denied. Korean spas are a prominent hookup destination for gay guys. In Korean spas, nudity is required. As far as like the spa areas and the sauna goes, you're separated on male and female floors. You got a city like LA that's just full of horny men. You know, as I said, I have been to the Korean spa several times. That's all I'm gonna say right here. If you have any questions for me, comment below. Let me tell you a little something about being gay. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who don't have first-hand experience being gay, depending on where you grew up and who you grew up with, being gay soaks you in shame. You grow up shamed. You grow up a shamed person. I am not Korean American. I grew up in the Bible Belt, however, and I had a lot in common with what David goes through in this movie. I just grew up thinking that there was something deeply wrong with me and with my sexual preference, my sexual urges, my sexual needs. Sex is a need. It's not a luxury. It's a need. As a human, we all need sex. I grew up thinking that there was just something very wrong with my sexuality. And many, if not all, gay people grow up feeling this to some extent because it's just not normal. Now, I know that people of all sexual orientations, races, creeds, whatever, have all kinds of different reasons to be shamed and to feel shame. So I'm not going to generalize it and say, oh, straight people, you got it so easy. I know there are a lot of factors in straight people's lives that can lead to you feeling extremely shamed, including sex. I will say that us gay people don't have the luxury of, of feeling like sex is normal. I mean, since about the time I was like 15 or 16, I wanted sex. And everyone around me who had a significant say in my behavior told me that was wrong, and it was definitely wrong that I wanted sex with who I wanted sex with. When you grow up feeling super shamed and like you can't have everything out in the open, you know what you do? You go to different places to have your needs met. I, like many gay guys, have gone to all kinds of places and gone by all kinds of means for sex. Sometimes very self-destructive, sometimes very dangerous, sometimes I've looked for sex and gotten sex in ways and places that a lot of people would really judge me for. But it's really tough. It's really tough growing up gay. It's super tough. I'm very fortunate in that I've been through the things that I've gone through: addiction, drugs, lots and lots of sex problems, and that I've gotten through it, and that I've gotten this opportunity to turn everything around, and that I'm in recovery. So many people in similar situations do not get that luxury, and it is tragic. As I've said, David, the main character of this film, is 17 years old. He's really just discovering his sexuality. The film portrays that beautifully and truthfully. David's a really good kid. He's a dutiful son. He's also just going through his own personal hell. He's just in tons and tons of pain. And he's desperately trying to find human connection. David's parents lose their restaurant and they lose all their money, and so he has to get a job to have money. He gets a job that he's pretty secretive about. He gets a job cleaning a Korean spa because he is intrigued. He finds the underworld hookup atmosphere of the Korean spa very exciting. He also finds it very scary. It is. It's both. And this movie captures that atmosphere beautifully. There's lots of great widescreen photography in this film of human bodies, of male bodies, of the smoky, steamy spa where David works. And Andrew Ahn really captures the excitement and sexiness and, fist-clenching anxiety, anticipation, tension of this kind of anonymous hookup. And also the aftermath, which is often just shame and emptiness. This film captures all of it really well, really accurately. This is a very, very personal film. I'm actually shocked when films this personal get made. This is a film about a very personal experience. There is a great phenomenon in art and in movies, and that is the more specific and the more personal a film is, or a work of art is, the more universal it becomes. David is gay. David is struggling with being gay. He's struggling with his sexuality. This is not a gay film. Don't you dare dismiss this as a gay film. This is so much more than that. This is a film about shame and identity. Themes that any human being can watch and relate to. Parts of this film are sexy and steamy and unapologetically so. The majority of this film is not. This is a family film. This is a film about family. In addition to being a film about identity and shame, this is a film about a Korean American family. I think that Jo Seo in the lead performance is wonderfully accessible. I also think that the actors playing David's parents are terrific in this film. His mother is played by a woman named Harry Kim. I hope I'm saying that right. And his father is played by a man named Yun Ho Cho. This is his first film. This is his first acting role. Wow. Reviews for Spa Night have been very positive. I have read some criticism of this film, saying that it's a bit chilly and hard to connect with the humans on screen. No, that's not correct. This is a film about a young man who is having an impossible time finding human connection, and in that it is very effective. At the end of Spa Night, I felt so much for David. I was worried about David. I am worried about David. I know a lot about shame. I was a very shamed person when I was that age, and it led me down a very dark path, and I am lucky to be alive. I just hope that David never tries drugs. I tried drugs by accident. I was so naive when I first moved to LA. I tried crystal meth thinking that it was marijuana. And then, boom, my life. At the end of this movie, I just felt so much for David, and I'm worried for him, and I hope to God that this kid doesn't accidentally try drugs. I hope that he stays strong. It's tough though, man. It is so tough. And this movie is not just David struggling with being gay. There's so much that he's struggling with. He's struggling with his entire identity, and much of it is being Korean. There's actually a heartbreaking scene near the end of this film where David tries to hook up with another Korean, and it's really beautifully shot, and it's really, really sad. A singular debut film with a singular voice. You guys, thank you so much, as always, for tuning into my channel. Your support means so much to me. At this point, I consider my YouTube viewers to be part of my support system. I have so much more content coming out soon and well into the future. Just please keep your eye on my channel, because I am going to be churning it out like nobody's business. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Take care of yourselves, keep in touch, and be well, everybody. Bye!